Hello there everyone, this is Phantom Dozy and today we're going to be doing What If issei was the reincarnation of Arceus, the god of Pokemon. The reason why I'm doing this series is because me and my friend, who is a YouTuber, which I'm going to tell you the name of it, his YouTube channel is named Fallen Lotus. If you guys want to go check his channel, I'm going to be putting a link to the description to one of his videos. And yeah, me and him were discussing about random Pokemons that we can do what ifs on. And he was telling me about which I'm gonna be laughing. He was telling me about the god of all Pokemon, Arceus. So yeah, this is going to be a broken series, but you heard me right. All of the abilities of Arceus will be unlocked when something happens, and Issei will look like this. His hair will be that long, his eyes will go that way, and he'll have the same clothes as you see in the picture. Just that his shirt won't go like this, jacket won't go like that. And the reason why and this is going to be the 1,000 subscriber special. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. This is going to be the most broken series I would ever want to see on YouTube. So let's start. So we're going to start at where Issei was finished doing a mission, which it was the mission where Issei met Azazel. And Issei and Azazel have become good friends. So yeah, we're gonna continue. So we're gonna Issei was going to see Rias to give her the report of the mission. As Rias, then Issei went towards the club room and saw Rias and everyone there. As Issei gave the report to Rias. Then Rias said, "You're free to go, Issei." As Rias gave Issei a smile. As Issei left home. As he was walking home, he saw his mother and father writing on a paper. As Issei went inside and saw his dad looking at him with an angry, no, with a disappointment look. I'm gonna pause. So yeah, let's continue. I'm sorry I had to sneeze. I didn't want you to hear it. So yeah, Issei saw his dad and said, Dad, why are you looking at me like that?" As his father said, "You're no longer our son." As Issei knew why they were saying that he's no longer his son, then Issei went blank. His eyes rolled back into his head. He started to look down at the ground. As then a red aura started to appear on Issei. All of his emotions he was holding back, having because in this one Issei found out that Rias had a boyfriend, and he still had the same crush on Rias, but he couldn't be with her because he found out that she was dating the White Dragon Emperor. So, if you guys are wondering where I'm going with this, it's not gonna be like the White Dragon Emperor is gonna make Rias kill him, right? So yeah, then Issei just left free all those emotions as a dark aura went around Issei. As Issei's hair started to turn black, his from the tip of his hair started to went to the bottom to the last part of his hair that was brown. His eyes were his eyes made his brown eyes went red as Issei before he could do anything, Drake took control of his body and left back to the club room. As Issei reached to the club room, everyone saw Issei in the dark aura. As Drake spoke and said, "Someone please wake him up. His emotions are awakening something. Uh, awakening something in him." As Rias threw a magic attack at Issei. And as we all know, Arceus is immortal. You can't kill him. And he has a lot of one of his powers is called multiple. What's the point of even he has all the Pokemon's abilities, so what's the point of saying he doesn't have a shield? Like a invincible barrier appear around him, protecting Issei. As Drake then said, as Drake, as Drake, as Drake was turning into a glove, like one of those. So imagine a glove that would just the same, not the same size as Drake. So it's gonna be like the if you guys have seen the Ben 10 series, like like when Ben 10 unlocked this watch, that's how big his glove is. It just imagine the watch being in his hand. It's like it's a fingerless glove. It's just from his hand to just his hand, and the diamond that is in Drake just engulf itself inside of Issei's hand, making it into a diamond that can be broke off of Issei. As Issei looked up at everyone and said, What am I doing here?" As the dark aura disappeared from Issei, the dark aura was only changing him into something that was just coming. As Rias said, Drake brought you here for us to help you, but it looks like you changed after that aura." As Kiba gave Issei a mirror, his eyes were red, his hair is long and black. As he said, "Okay, I like it." "What happened to Drake?" As Drake said, in your hand, Issei. As Issei saw a red glove in his hand. As Issei said, "Drake, you look better like this," as Drake said. "You're right." As Issei looked at his parage, that Rias was looking at him worried, but then Issei said, "Well, bye," as he left. Issei just decided to ask Azazel if he could stay with him. As he went to Azazel and told him everything that happened. As Azazel understood what Issei meant and told him, "You can stay with me until we can find you somewhere to live." As Issei said thank you to Azazel. And listen, the part where his parents abandoned happened at least 2 weeks later. So Azazel and Issei have been getting to know each other very well. So yeah. And if you're wondering who's the ship, she's on the thumbnail. Right. Isn't that amazing, right? Graphia, yes, Graphia. If you're wondering why she looks that young, you're gonna see why. This is why I say time manipulation always comes handy. So yeah, as Issei just decided to change for once. He no longer is a pervert. He no longer has his hair where he has those two ponytails on his back. Nope. This is the brand new and improved Issei. Which I am going to love this Pokemon reincarnation. So yeah. Then Issei was changing his hairstyle. His hair was really long. So imagine this hair, but just all the way to his shoulder. As he told Azazel to cut it for him, as Azazel made his hair go like this. Then Azazel told him, "Try on this coat." As Issei was giving this coat, that coat, and the shirt and just a normal shirt underneath, not this. Okay, not that. Then he said, "Put on the coat, put on the school pants and the school shirt only," and then left. Everyone was wondering what happened to Issei. Because Issei, Issei just came to school and no longer peeped on the girls. That he no longer hanged out with his other two friends, which I won't really care what's their name. As Issei, as we skip to when Issei was having a dream. He was having a dream of seeing an angelic looking Pokemon telling him, "Awaken." As when Issei awakened, he was inside of a void, the space and time dimension where arceus usually where Arceus usually walked through. As Issei saw this and was like, "What's going on here?" Then Issei said. Then Issei saw a giant looking like animal looking at him. As Issei said, "Wait, who are you?" As Arceus looked at Issei and said, "I am Arceus, the god of Pokemon." I know Arceus wouldn't say that. It was just a joke that I wanted to bring. But it's just a conversation between them two. Then Arceus said, "I will teach you how to use my powers, but it will take years. And here it will take years while we train it in your mind. In this dimension, space and time doesn't work. You'll stay young forever. Once you reach a certain age, you'll stop growing because of me." As RCS explained, that I would never really die. I destroyed my dimension, or should I say the universe I lived on. I ended it the time where Pokemon existed, because people were overusing the power of Pokemon. So now, I got tired of seeing it, so I ended it and saw that they rebuilt, and sooner or later it turned into this. So I'm making it where High School DxD is Pokemon, and it looks like I got tired of living, so I am giving you my position as the god of all existence. And when I mean the god of all existence, he is the god of all existence. In this world, God himself will fear him if he ever sees Arceus. Which, he being a mythical Pokemon, won't be true. The god of all existence is just a copy of Arceus. That is 2% of Arceus' power. Yes, God himself in this world is only 2% of Arceus' power. So yeah, we're gonna continue. Issei understood what Arceus mean and just said, "Okay, so what do we start training on?" As Arceus said, "First we're going to be training you on your ghost type of Pokemon." As is then, in this one I'm going to say that Arceus is all type of Pokemon. He's all types, water, ghost, whatever you say. He's all types. Since he's the creator of all of them, what's the point? I'm not saying it. Then when Issei heard ghosts, he's asked, "What do you mean ghosts?" As Issei, then Arceus explained that he'll be having so many different abilities that it won't be easy to explain. Then Arceus only explained one. You'll be able to walk through items, fly. You can still fly without how do you call it, without using that form or ability. But the only thing that is different about this ghost type of Pokemon is only that his eyes will go brighter, that's all, and he'll be able to walk through stuff and just fly by just jumping up. As Arceus just made Issei go unconscious on his sleep, which made Issei not go to school for at least 2 weeks, aka 2 years in the dimension that Issei was in, which he can actually go in real life, but I won't make him find out. Then Drake spoke to Arceus over the 2 weeks and said, "So you are Arceus, the mythical being that all demons and gods say that we're the creator of us." Then Arceus nodded and said, "I am, and you must be the dragon, one of the Pokemons that have evolved through the dragon race, right?" Then Drake, it was a hologram of Drake, because since Issei was in a dimension where Drake can show himself. As Issei and Issei was training on Drake's power, which, let's say, since there's infinite amount of powers Issei has, I'm gonna say that he only has 10% of Arceus power, which is only 10 a bit, which is only 20 abilities out of 10%. Yes, he can destroy at least a planet with only 10%. I don't really know how, and I don't really want to know, and I don't really want to meet a Pokemon that powerful. So yeah, Issei only has 10%, which gives him at least. So basically, when Issei uses a form, his eyes will go red, more lighter, and the ring behind Arceus, that ring will just appear. So if you guys have seen Samasu from Dragon Ball Super, Goku Black, that's how the ring that Arceus has will go on Issei, and Issei's hair will just glow white when he transforms. When he goes into a transformation, his hair will just glow white, but that only happens at 10%, not when he uses a transformation. So yeah, you won't be seeing that transformation happening in a very, 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 very long time. So yeah, when Issei uses a transformation on Ghost, his hair would just go white. When he uses his transformation that makes him look like Arceus in a human form, his hair would just go white. And if he wants, he can switch his eyes to go yellow and red. But like I was searching up pictures of Arceus, it looks like he has a mixture of red and yellow. So his eyes can actually go through those two colors when he transforms. But his main color is red. Then Issei has finished the 2 weeks. Azazel has taken the time to tell Rias everything about him and who he is. As Issei, no, not everything about Azazel. Then Azazel told Rias that he's the one taking care of Issei, and he told her everything that happened to Issei. As she was that for Issei and told her if the teacher's wondering where he is, tell them or her that he'll be back in 2 weeks. As Issei has awoken a day later and he went to the dimension where he can speak with Arceus. Because Arceus, after he reincarnated himself into Issei, he only left his soul to be able to speak in the void where space and time doesn't work. Then Issei has at least he is able to breathe underwater. He's able to be a ghost type. How many types? I don't really know how many types that there is in a god. Yeah, like I said, people, if you do your research on Arceus, his main ability is multiple, which I do not understand. What the heck? Multiple means he has every ability in the whole Pokemon universe. Which, if it goes all the way to the infinity generation of Pokemon, what's the point? He'll just grow even more stronger because he's created them. He's created them all in one shot. And he even has Pikachu's lightning bolt. I don't know why, but I imagine Pikachu versus Arceus. I am so mean. This is what me and Fallen, the YouTuber that I was speaking of, were talking about. I told him that what will happen if Arceus face off against Pikachu? What's the point? He won't live. So yeah, all the abilities that Mewtwo has, he has them. So yes, we're adding another person that literally can become a god if he wanted to. But against Arceus, I don't see what's the point of saying that. So yeah, Issei's main abilities are usually the powers that Mewtwo has, because to say the truth, I like them. But I like all the abilities of a ghost type. All those ghost psychic type of Pokemons, he has the abilities of Mewtwo, which are gonna be mostly floating, creating energy beams like Kamehameha, whatever. Just imagine the energy that Mewtwo was able to control in one of the movies or one of his Pokemon or one of the Pokemon cards that I had seen of Mewtwo. So yeah, And I'm not talking about the small Mewtwo, but I'm talking about the one that humans created. That one that's able to talk with, just able to read your thoughts and talk through his mind. So yeah, Issei has at least 20 type, let's say 5 types of legendary type of Pokemon, which I'll say that I don't know that he only has 5 type of lightning, no, 5 type of mythical Pokemon's abilities right now. Uh, 5 lightning ones, and including the mythical one that can control lightning, the space Pokemon that is able to control space, and the one that is able to control time. The other ones reaching 20, I can't really explain, but the abilities which has come to my mind over the series. As Issei finished the 2-week training with Arceus and said, "We will speak later, Issei Hyodo. Now, go back to your time, and we'll speak when you have a time where you don't have to miss your learning." Because Arceus know learning is more important than he doesn't want Issei to miss his learning, even though he has all the even though he has all the memories of the history of his freaking world. What's the point of saying it? But Issei still wanted to go to school. As Arceus made a portal for Issei to go back to school. As Issei went back to class, everyone saw Issei come in. As everyone wanted to ask Issei, where did he go? And remember, if I were to make this at the Riser arc, you know what? Let's go have some fun. So yeah, this is going to be where Riser comes in the book. So yeah, we're going to skip to where Issei goes to the club room as he says, hello, President. And this one, Rias has to explain to his father and mother that he's dating the White Dragon Emperor, that she's dating the White Dragon Emperor. So yeah, plot armor. So yeah, question of the day. I'm gonna start doing these questions. Which of your favorite of an anime that you have ever seen has the most plot on one character? Just a question. Then we skip. As Issei says, well, hi, President. As everyone saw Issei, his hair reaches just halfway to his mouth, not all the way. His eyes were red with a yellow pupil. He was wearing the same jacket, which was with a black shirt underneath. As everyone saw Issei and they asked, Issei, where have you been? As Issei said, remember, as Hazel explained to you where I have been. As they all remember and said, oh, okay. So, you were just training, right? As Issei said, yup. Now I know how to use my booster gear much faster than a normal Dragon Emperor should be able. And I have mastered my male... how do you call that form? Male scale form? Male dragon scale. Oh, yeah. Let's just go... I'm gonna pause real quick. So yeah, I have found the name of Issei's form. Scale male. So Issei has his dragon scale male form at his full mastery, and his juggernaut drive where he has the wings, not till season 4 where he has all those different type of forms, not yet. Yep, you heard me right, not yet. But when he uses those forms, he'll basically have a mask that looks like the face of Arceus. His armors will be the same color as Arceus, and the green orb that is on Issei's chest when he goes into his scale mail will be the rings that is behind Arceus. That the rings will cover the green ball, and when Issei twists that, He'll have a different my English is horrible. He'll have a different transformation if in his scale mail. His Juggernaut drive is at a level where he can use it for at least, to make it even more fancy, since he trained there for 2 years, 45 minutes, not full mastery. So yeah, Issei told them that, as he didn't tell them about his other ability. He only said about his Juggernaut drive, as they all were proud of Issei. As we're gonna skip to the next day, as Issei was summoned to the club room. Everyone were in the room. As we see Grafia, yes. The ship is coming a bit too early. If I weren't the one to be saying this, and I'll explain later how Grafia gets cheated on. I feel so bad. This is the only way I've found to ship a character. Oh, I'm gonna say something later. As we go to where Gravia explains to everyone they'll be training on they'll be going on a trip to train on a certain place, to train on their abilities for the games. As Issei was looking at Gravia. So yeah, you know where I'm going with it, boys and girls. If there is any complaints about the ship, comment down below. I'll understand if you guys complain about the ship. And besides, I'm gonna be doing like my other Issei waters, where I don't have the ship that early. I am doing it. I am not doing like that anymore. So yeah, Issei was looking at Grafia. As when Grafia was looking at Issei, she kind of just started blushing out of nowhere. Then Akano Konako, Ria saw this, as Ria was happy for her, because she knows that her brother is cheating on Grafia with someone else, which I won't make so much of a big deal of. So this might be like a cheated on for not Issei. If I were to ever make a cheated on for a character, I will make the most broken character. I will make the most broken character be reincarnated into the character that gets cheated on. So yeah, if anyone wants to cheat it on, comment down below. I really feel funny when I say cheated on. So yeah, let's continue. As when Grafia looked into Issei's eyes, she felt calm. But when she looked into the outer red part of his pupils, she felt a bit of anger, or something showing her that something bad is gonna happen to her. Yes, his eyes can tell you the future. Broken. I know, right? So yeah. Issei looked into Grafia's eyes and just blinked, showing her something she wasn't happy. She was seeing Sir Sex kissing another girl and making out with her in the room where they were together once. Yes, they still haven't had that little Ria's nephews. They still didn't have Ria's nephews, so yeah, he doesn't exist in this what if. I'm sorry to say it for those people that like him. She saw this and was wanting to cry, but she told Rias, "May I speak with that man over there?" As she pointed at Issei. As Issei said, "Me? Why?" And she said, "Your eyes, they tell you something that's about to happen, right?" Then Issei just imagine if you had seen Solo Leveling, where Sanjin told everyone where they went into the S rank dungeon where they had to fight the ice elves. He put up his fingers as he paused time. He just put up his finger in his mouth and paused time as he walked towards Graphia and said, I will tell you something that I am not telling everyone else here. I am the most powerful being in this world. So if you wouldn't mind, will you just be quiet about my ability and find out what I show you? As he just went back to his spa, snap, erased everyone's memories of when Graphia set up all his eyes. And Graphia just remembered to not say anything about his abilities. As we Issei unpaused time, and just as Graphia just kept talking, but she kept looking at Issei. Then everything ended. Graphia told him the location and the day, as she went to the house where Sir Zex wasn't at his how do you call it, office. She went to the house and bingo, she saw what she saw in Issei's eyes. Yes, I know that wasn't that much of a big breakup, but in real life that would be such a big breakup. Well, the anime logic of breakup is really funny. So, let's continue. As Issei. Then we skip to where Rias was giving Issei the huge bag, as Issei carried the backpack like it was a feather. Then Rias asked, Issei, were you working on your body when you were away? Then Issei said, maybe. Then he saw Akano. Konako was carrying a bigger one, as Issei said, can I have more stuff then? As Issei was carrying 10 times as much as Akano couldn't carry. As Issei just ran, he started to run up the mountain like it was nothing. Akano, Kiba, Rias were all shocked. As Issei said, you guys are slow if you can walk. Issei just, when he was halfway through the mountain, he just started to walk. As Rias and Akano reached Issei, as they all asked, Issei, are you sure you didn't work out when you were in the mountain in your training? As Issei said, nope. Nothing that you won't be surprised of. Gosh, everyone were a bit shocked, but felt like Issei was keeping something hidden from them. Then, a few moments later, Konako and Kiba reached at the mountain 10 minutes later when Issei reached there. Issei jumped real high in the sky and landed on top of the backpack that he was carrying, which was 10 times bigger than Konako's. As Issei was laying down on top of it and said, oh, now what's next? As Rias was shocked about the power that Issei was showing. As Rias said, we'll be training. So yeah, the training went normal. It didn't went normal because Issei doesn't need it anymore. Then Rias told Issei to show them his scale mail, as Issei said, with pleasure. As he just snap at, and let's say that when the glove combined with Issei's making into a glove, Issei just told Drake to make his hand into a dragon's into the dragon arm, which instead of going back to a glove, it went back to how do you call it, a dragon's hand. When Issei transformed into his scale mail human form, it goes back to human. It won't show because the only thing that Issei will have on his hand will be the diamond. That's all. That little circle and Issei hand, he'll still have that. As Drake was shocked about what Issei was saying, but Drake understood. He did it. Then Issei just snapped, and he had it an armor on him. He didn't do no fancy stance, no whatever. Then everyone was shocked and said, "How are you able to do that with only one snap?" As Issei said, What? You want me to do a fancy stand like this? As he deactivated his power and started to do all those moves that he did in the anime. Then everyone said, fair enough. That it looked worse. Then he said, I know, right? As then he activated the armor and said, so let's get a move on. I'm getting bored. As he yawned. Ugh. Ugh. So what? Let's keep going. As Issei told us, Rias told Kiba to attack Issei. As Issei, when he deactivated the armor and saw the attack coming at him, as Issei just put his hands on his pocket and blinked. Then a massive amount of wind pressure sent Kiba flying all the way into a wall, making a crater appear on it. Then Rias looked at Issei and said, Issei, how do you do that? And Issei said, listen to me, President. My secrets will be a secret until I am ready to tell you all who I am. You guys may know me as Hyodo. But I'm something else, I think. But no, let's just say he didn't say that. He just said the Hyodo part. Yes, he said, you guys may know me as Hyodo, but I have many secrets you don't want to know. As he just put up two fingers in a scissor way and then closed it, and everyone memory was erased of Issei saying anything. As then Rias asked the same question, and Issei said, oh, I don't know. That might have been my pressure from my armor turning off. Then Rias was a bit shocked. She couldn't remember what the heck she said. Then Issei in his say was like dancing around saying, dang, I love this ability. As a few moments later, then Akuno did the same thing. They were training on magic with Asya. As Asya and Issei were doing elements. As Issei showed off all the elements, he was like snapping left to right. Dang, I can't snap very well anymore. Just like that. As all the bowls went from earth, lightning, fire, water, wind, and ice. Yes, and even cement. He's able to combine the elements. Yes, people, he's even able to dig through the ground with only a blink. Pokemons are freaking overpowered. If you use their abilities right, you're the most broken person in the world. As then Akano was shocked. All Issei was doing was looking at her straight in the eyes. As she thought Issei was gonna look down to, you know where, I mean, if you have seen High School DxD. Then Issei stepped through her head and said, if you're thinking that I'm gonna be looking at you know where, keep thinking. As Akano looked at Issei and said out loud, how can you read my thoughts? Then Issei said, you're too easy. And she asked, how can you even talk through my head? As Issei said, that's my secret. As he just did the same thing. Just put up two fingers and closed them as the memory was erased, and she just asked again, wow, Issei, you have all the elements. As Issei said, I have more if you combine them all. And she could understand that it's magic after all. Then we skip to the rating games. Issei was just said, I'm sorry, President, but you're gonna have to stay here, as everyone else stay here too. As he said, as everyone said, Issei, you can't be doing this. Then Issei said, stay. As an enormous aura of bloodlust just let out of Issei. His eyes went fully yellow. As they looked at Issei and said, How are you this strong? And he says that I'm not that strong. But I'll show you a bit of my power if you let me do this on my own. As he snapped, their body were stuck in place. Only their heads were able to look at the screen. As Issei let out, just went out, activating his juggernaut form. I said 40 minutes is enough. Then Drake said, "You're gonna show off a bit, huh?" Then Issei said, "Yep. I sure hope that graveyard girl is fine, not heartbroken that her husband or aka boyfriend cheated on her." As Drake said, you starting to get a liking into that graveyard girl. As Issei said, maybe not. Then Issei flew off as he just said, cosmic beam. As instead of when Issei boost, he all they heard was boost every second. Boost, 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 boost. As everyone in the battlefields were shocked when they heard all those boosts. As Issei just said, cosmic beam. As a giant beam killed the queen of Riser. Then the pawn then the then another the two people that attacked Issei on the gym came after Issei with James with the same weapons as Issei just said, "Go to hell." As he snapped, they were stuck in place as Issei jumped up and made his hands into a phantom like as he was through their heads. As they all saw Issei grab through their heads and deactivated his hand and they were bleeding. As Issei said, "I'm allowed to kill, right?" As he was looking at the screen. Then they said, "Yes." Then Issei said, "Okay." Slammed them both into the face, still making them bleed through their throat as Issei grabbed them up, kicked them, making a hole into the wall where Riser was at with his other two king and another queen that he had. As Issei kicked the other one into the wall, as the big hole was created by them two, as they were both, as then those two pawns were out of the game. Then the other king and queen went after Issei. As Issei said, "Stop." When Issei looked at them, they stopped. Then Issei said, "Good. Now, hit him." They all went straight at Riser as they were fighting Riser. Then Riser said, what's going on?" As Issei said, "You think you're gonna marry my president? Not in a million years, you old pervert." As Issei made his hand. I'm sorry, guys. As Issei made it to his hand into a phantom-like hand and just stabbed it through Ricer's hand and said, "I won't kill you. I'll send all three of you back to your place." As Issei took the hand out and just slapped Ricer, damaging his whole body. Not even the Phoenix tears could heal him, but it'll take at least a few weeks. And that'll be at the party. And when I mean party, I mean a party. As Issei then Issei touched the two girls in their shoulder and looked and said, "Look me in the eyes." Then they looked into the eye. Then Issei said, "Sleep." As they fell asleep. Then Issei put them on the floor and said, "Oh, I win." I'm gonna pause. So yeah, I'm gonna continue about that. Sorry about that. Then we see where Issei looked at the camera and said, "I win, right?" And he only had at least 20 minutes left in his juggernaut form, not juggernaut drive. Then everyone were shocked to see Issei's power. I'm gonna pause. No, I'm not gonna pause. Then Issei said, "Easy." Then Issei said, "A bit too easy, but let's just play a bit." Then Issei made his whole body into a phantom-like state and walked through the wall and went back to the barrage and snapped. Now you can go and freeze. That was half of my power. As they all said. So your power is the juggernaut with a phantom thing. Then Drake spoke up and said, that is a hidden ability of the Emperor. As Issei said in his head, thank you, Drake. Then Drake smiled at Issei, hiding Issei's powers for him. As Issei saw Graphia next to Rias, as he decided to go talk to Graphia, as he said to her, pointing at her and said, you, come here. As she came towards Issei, and Issei told all of them that he's gonna freeze them all. No, that he wants to talk to her in private. As they all understood and they left. The cameras were turned off so no one could see. As Issei sat on the couch of the Parage club room and said, So you listened to my warning and went to check your house, right? And Graphia nodded and said, You have the ability to predict the future? Then Issei laughed and said, what would happen if I tell you I am the god of existence, the person that created all of you. I'm the one who has the power to, not the full power of him. As she heard him, what do you mean him? I am the reincarnation of the person who created this world, and the one that ended it to create this one. As she was shocked, and asked Issei, what do you mean? And Issei got up. He was the same height as Graphia, so there's no point of complaining. As Issei got up, started to walk, and yes, then Issei tapped Graphia's head and made her young again. So she technically looks like this now. That is Graphia. Yes, people. As Issei then made her go back into the same age Issei is. I don't even know how old is Graphia. Same age as Issei was. So let's say Issei was 17. I'm gonna pause. So yeah, Issei Hyodo is 17 years old. So he turned her into 17-year-old girl. As she saw that she shrunk in size. Nope, I'm kidding. She was at least a few inches shorter than Issei. As Issei said, well, you look much cuter in this age. As she blushed a bit, and Issei said, Graphia, would you go out with me? As we're gonna say this, I'm gonna leave this in a cliffhanger. The weirdest cliffhanger alive. So yeah, next part is date Issei with the ship Graphia. So thank you so much for watching. This is the 1000 subscriber special. The next part would be the date with Graphia, because I'll explain why I am saying because. So yeah, next part is the date with Graphia. Bye everyone. Thank you for 1000 subscribers. This was Phantom Duels here. Goodbye.